Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. Hope you're doing well. Lots of revelations in the pre-show.
Lots of truths, yes.
Touche. Revelations
that was
in the pre-show.
Nicely said.
Therapy session.
Keeping that one in my pocket.
Yeah.
Boy. That's right.
Good job, Troy.
God, he's so smart.
We're going to get that helicopter.
You're getting helicopter too.
All right, man. Welcome in this morning. Getting you ready for Hurricane Helene.
Who?
That bitch.
She's made a little bit of
Oh, there she is. There she is. There she is.
Well, she hasn't been playing nice.
No, that's
I
true.
threw a lot of sandbags yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
She is wide.
So we're gonna talk about Helene.
Shit.
What you need to be doing. What you need to do to get ready.
It's a different type of spin
Helene.
class.
It is.
I don't want to be on this show. I'm not on this show. I think about spin like helicopters. I'm sorry.
Sheriff Hardwick's here to help us get ready for the hurricane. Jeez. Okay. We're going to talk about the hurricane. We're going to talk about school safety after yesterday's. I'm sure a lot of parents have heard about the big brawl at St. Augustine High School yesterday. We're going to talk about this and why the sheriff's office was able to respond so quickly and break this up so quickly. And this goes back to something we've been talking about for feels like years on this show, but at least a year on this show with Sheriff Hardwick.
Yep.
We've got the haunted jail coming up. I can't believe it's haunted jail time.
Already.
I cannot believe it.
But I'm excited about this exciting theme this year.
Yeah.
Something different.
Yeah. And we've got a big basketball game coming up with the sheriff's office as well. Their annual Glory versus SJSO basketball game. This is a big one. People love this.
Cool.
Always big crowds.
That is a fun one.
Yeah, man. And more, I think, if we can get to it. Sheriff, what time you got to be? Well, the sheriff's got actual important business to do today.
Yeah.
So you got to be at the EOC around 9 o'clock.
I'm going to send staff, so I can show up a little late. So let's finish this thing
That's
today.
okay.
Let's do-
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
They're much more important than us. So.
Who? What? Who is?
Well,
Yeah.
being there at the Emergency Operations Center.
Yeah, we got plenty of peeps, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
know,
what
they know the
training's
job much
like.
better than I do. So,
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. Let's
All right.
drive on.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Believe me, they'll be okay. There's a lot of people in that room.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that
A
room.
lot of people in that
Well, I
room.
wasn't worried about them being lonely. I wasn't concerned for them feeling lonely.
As long as this storm keeps going in that
You know where
direction.
Troy's mind is at.
No,
Embrace.
no. As long as the storm keeps going in that, it gets a little lonely in the
It
EOC.
does get a little in the EOC, you know that.
You have 10 people on the phone thing, and the phone's not ringing. It gets a little lonely.
Yeah.
We
What-
know
Let's
these
go. We got
things.
stuff to talk about. Let's
What
go.
are we doing?
We know these things.
All right. Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln's been more than just a dealership. They are a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service, and that family tradition continues to thrive through generations. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service. You can visit them today just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission and they are driven to inspire. Also, the Florida Man Games coming back March 1st. A lot of excitement out there about this. A lot of comedians are very excited about this.
I saw
love
that.
this.
Yeah.
Every comedian I talk to, every comedian I talk to. Every comedian I've spoken to about this already knows what it is, and they're super excited about it, which I love because I'm a big comedy fan. You know what they're most excited about, Sheriff?
Yeah, I know exactly what they're about.
What?
The evading the law enforcement.
Yeah, evading the right. Yeah,
you're darn right. And those
That's
people have
right.
been training down in Brazil for the last 2 months. Wait till you see this year's.
He hired 3 ninjas.
I had to hire them. They're already there. Yeah, the ones last year weren't playing, as you know.
No, they only missed one guy, and I found out later by reviewing the tape, it's because the guy didn't go through all the tires. If he would have gone through all the tires,
I have to agree.
your guys would have got him.
Yeah, and actually, we don't play that game. They cheated because in law enforcement, there's no rules kind of thing. So we have to, adapt and overcome these type of things.
Yeah,
so this year is this next one is not going to be very nice and friendly.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
The extra padding on the Florida Man guys.
I highly recommend
out there.
it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
But I will tell you what was trending last night was brawling over hurricane supplies.
Yeah.
That is going to be one to train for. Yeah.
That is. You can get some training in for that now.
Right.
Can we put a team in this thing? SJSO Florida Man Games.
Well, you already kind of have a team.
Well, there was already Citrus County Sheriff's Office, right?
Yeah.
There was a sheriff's office there.
Yeah. There
Citrus,
were.
right? Yeah, Citrus.
There were some cops out there on a team. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing
absolutely.
this. Yeah.
All right. We'll figure out a way to get you guys in there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is it already? The team's already accounted for?
Oh,
Team registration ends this month, the 30th.
Send in a video.
Yeah.
Can we use the video from the pit that we used the other day that we posted 3 days ago?
That was a great video.
that was a good one.
That was a great video.
We don't mess around in St. Johns County.
No, man.
Yeah.
That was like watching a movie. I was into it, man. All right. The Florida Man Games. Go to thefloridamangames.com.
Get your tickets.
All right. Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Chiba Hut Toasted Sub, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Alace Med Spa, Griffin Service, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, BNS Signs, and I am powered and energized every morning as I am every morning by the Vibe Nutrition.
Yes.
All right, man. How you guys doing this morning?
Hey, happy Thursday.
All right. It's
Thursday.
Weekend Eve.
It is the weekend for a lot of people, including us. I
Friday,
don't think we'll be
Junior.
here tomorrow.
I think some people are taking off a lot.
It's supposed to get pretty bad tonight. I don't think we'll be. I think they're going to lock down the building tonight, honestly. I don't
really?
think
Well, I'm surprised Mike
able to
didn't
get
have
it.
it locked down anyway. So.
Me too. I'm surprised it wasn't locked down
got
today.
in.
We snuck in. All right. Sheriff, how you doing this morning?
Doing lovely. Actually, just text to make sure my staff are covering that 8 o'clock EOC update on the storm, of course. But doing great.
Okay.
Just, always waiting on this. We got a lot of mutual aid requests from other agencies, of course, as this storm actually makes landfall today. And a lot of these counties are smaller counties over there in the Panhandle area, of course, and that the Big Bend area are going to get hit hard. So we provide a lot of mutual aid that way.
Yeah, are you guys preparing to get out there?
We are
already.
We have a task force team of 10 deputy sheriffs, 2 sergeants, and a lieutenant that are self-supportive in tents and food and bathrooms that can usually survive up to like 2 weeks out there with little supplies. So Madison County has requested us, and I think Wakulla County and Dixie. So we'll be heading that way here as soon as the storm kind of right after it makes landfall.
Okay, well, we hope for everybody's safety that's
Absolutely.
out there.
Yep, absolutely.
Troy, question of the day.
Question of the day. Did we leave?
Cut. There we go. All right, we're there.
Oh,
It
we're
almost
back.
cut us off.
Are we
Almost cut
back?
us off. All right, there we go. Question
Okay.
of the day.
Start over.
Yeah.
We're good.
I will repeat myself
Good.
because my question of the day shut us off.
Yeah.
And
Shut down
It
the
was
spot.
so horrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the question of the day, I'm staying with it.
Okay.
Hard or soft?
This guy. This guy.
This is why I cut the show. I know.
You actually should have just left it cut.
Thanks
If
for
we didn't have to
protecting me,
talk
Rick.
to the sheriff about
And I
important things today, I would have said just cut it.
I don't understand. I mean, I'm talking about tacos here, guys. I don't know.
Oh, so tacos.
Yeah.
tacos.
I mean, today was actually National Chimichanga Day.
No quick play. Yeah, just cut.
Right back.
Oh, is Blake not in studio? Is he sabotaging us?
I know,
from the
right?
road?
What is going on?
That's Troy. Troy.
Is
It
it-
should be good now.
All right.
People are answering the question though. That's fun.
I think we're back.
They don't even know what the real question is. The whole question is not hard or soft.
Hard or soft? We're still there. Stay with it. See if we can get shut off again.
No.
But Pete,
Yeah.
what is your answer, sir? He's concerned about the broadcast. here.
Cantaloupes.
Hard or soft is tacos?
Tacos. We're talking tacos. It is
Hard or
National
soft
Chimichanga
tacos?
Day, but no one wants to answer a question about a chimichanga.
Right.
So I went to tacos.
Okay.
I love.
Is there a
chimichanga.
hard or soft chimichanga?
No, they're all like
You
kind
know-
of crunchy. And
It's really bad.
I'm
Really
interrupting
bad.
the show. Go ahead. Troy.
delicious.
I'm going to blow your mind here, but the reason
Whoa!
you guys, why is this shit?
Whoa!
You guys.
I wasn't expecting that.
I'm being really good over here.
I have forehead
I don't want
sweat.
to be on this riff-raff show.
You're the one who you guys are the ones who took it like
gone
that.
big
This is
time now.
unbelievable. You know, it's funny because we have a childish sense of humor. And it apparently rubs off on the sheriff when I should have even said rubs off.
Rub it
God, you can't say that
Clean
either.
it up. Clean it up.
Several words that should not be.
Got a good Catholic kid sitting here. Clean it up.
It was a simple question.
So good idea.
Is the whole show going to be on tacos?
Yes.
No, we're going to get off this question as soon as we possibly can. We have actual important things to talk about today. This is a serious day.
Yes.
Gosh. I am going to answer this question by saying Mojo's Tacos, which offers hard and soft tacos at the same time.
Boom! Second that.
Yep,
Love it.
Combo.
yep. That's how they do their tacos. It's a hard shell wrapped in a soft shell.
Second that.
Yep,
Okay. You going the same way?
Same way. Mojo's all the way.
yep.
All right. So, Sheriff.
Sheriff.
I've always been that guy. I do one of each. I don't know. I just kind of like one of each. So I always order one soft and one hard of the tacos. I love it that way.
had Mojo's tacos?
I have before,
Well,
but I
they're
always,
combined.
Yeah. I don't do it combined because then I lose the ability to have two.
Oh,
I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy.
Wow. Interesting.
I got to feed a big guy.
Ooh.
One of each.
All right.
Yeah, and I like both, but I do lean towards the I like the Doritos ones with a little bit of flavor in the shell.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you this: when I make tacos at home, I do the kind that stand up on their own.
Mhm.
You know, so you can just load it up.
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm a hard taco guy.
Do you have a fancy taco stand? Like
know
one of
darn
those
well he
things
does.
where you...
No,
Yes,
no,
he
that's
does.
why I get the
Yes,
ones.
you do.
No, I don't. That's why I have the ones that stand up. You know, I don't. I don't
Okay.
have.
A
I don't
taco
have
stands
them.
up all by itself.
Yeah, the taco.
So it's a
stands
squared
up.
bottom?
It's a little
It's very
square
big.
bottom.
Oh
It's very
my
big.
goodness.
It is, and I'm telling you right now, when you load it up, it stays in place. It's the way to go.
The house of Troy is a different world. I love it.
Really,
is.
truly
It's
is.
a totally different
Yeah,
world.
different
yeah, yeah. Most people can't handle it.
I
You
can
gotta
rock,
have a warrant for that.
I can rock some tacos.
He's
Not gonna
the
lie.
special one that can, though.
Yeah,
By the grace of
That's
God.
right.
We
That's
love
right.
Poor Blake.
Yeah, just like let you know, I can rock some tacos.
Poor Blake.
Good question.
Does Rick answer anymore? Is he actually out of that?
No, they need me out now.
Yeah.
I messed the whole show up.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. That was a big screw up. He just lost his follower base by 20.
We gained 4, so we're okay. Yeah.
Sons of a gun.
Cool. It's time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
Oh, Rick
Breezy and
doesn't answer.
rainy.
All right, that quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty at Auction. They can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We now go to Rick for the traffic report. Rick?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I won't end the show right now, but yeah, traffic's good. No
Okay.
reported accidents except in here in the booth this morning.
And not in your pants.
No.
Oh, that's
good.
nice.
Yeah,
That's
that's
something
good.
you can
My
depend on.
question of the day is a little bit different than your hard or soft over here. So.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
What are
Yeah.
we doing
We
here?
got crime to talk about.
We do.
Let's do it.
All right, man. Thank you very much, Rick. That comes to us from Lace Med Spa. They specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Hydrofacials, Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, and a whole lot more. And if you use Davy's name and you're a first-time client, you get $100 off your first services. Check them out at eatlace.com. All right, Sheriff, thank you very much for being with us this morning and having some fun with us. I know you got very important things to do with the storm approaching, so we do appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.
What does storm prep look like? What do people need to know for this one? This one, you know, I've been watching Mike's weather page a lot, and he's very, very concerned about this. He said he's never seen a storm that could intensify like this in the manner that it may be able to intensify here. So what are you guys doing at St. Johns County to make sure we're ready?
Sure. First of all, I just got to thank you for allowing me. First of all, you all been a friend of mine for a long time, so I can come here and be myself every now and then. But also, too, we got to get back in uniform, obviously, and talk about the important things like this. And sometimes we underprepare. And as we talked about before we got on the show today, I hate to do the old, remember Michael, remember Irma, remember all these other names we've had out there, because every storm stands on its own 2 feet. However, let's go back and talk about Hurricane Michael that hit Bay County, hit the Panhandle not too long ago. That thing was riding offshore to Cat 2, Cat 3. People were kind of taking a little bit of leniency toward it. It hit landfall at a Cat 5. Wow. It picked up that quick in the Gulf. Yeah. And you remember this, it destroyed Panama City. Mexico Beach was literally leveled. Yeah. So we take these storms and, and we're just very critical. We've been preparing at the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office for the last 5 days. Where we have our incident management team set up, ready to go, because sometimes it's not just wind and water damage. We got a lot of water just sitting in the ground. It's just right there. The aquifer is full, which means it makes the top layers of our sand and our soil and our dunes very susceptible to trees falling and, power lines and poles and stuff like that. So we've done a lot of preparing. The good thing in St. Johns County, it feels like, and all of you have been here a long, long time, I don't remember us being this active, but the last 10 years, we've been very active with hurricanes here. Yeah. And I remind people that aren't from the beautiful state of Florida that we can't take these things lightly, because we train and we train and we train, meaning that you prepare your personal lives, your personal property, your families, but we never know what's going to happen until it actually makes landfall. So again, we put that message out. We have a great relationship, of course, with St. Johns County Fire and Rescue. The EOC is phenomenal with the county. So we try to put that message out there. As you know, schools are closed today. It makes it easier for us. A lot of people are off the roads today, but I think tonight, of course, we're going to, whether we get no rain or not, it doesn't matter. The ground is wet. And the simple fact that winds, consistent, winds that are sustained in St. Johns County could cause some significant damage. So again, we just prepare. We have people like you that put the message out for us. We're not afraid, of course, to open those call centers, those phone calls, and take those and get people prepared. We got to identify, of course, we flood, as you know, in St. Johns County on a nor'easter, on a high tide. Yeah. So we're always prepared for flooding here. And the flooding is so unpredictable in St. Johns County. Is it on the river? Is it Flagler Estates? We know it's downtown St. Augustine. We know it's the islands. Again, so I think we're properly prepared again, but we never know until these storms make landfall. But then we have our brothers and sisters and family members in these surrounding counties that we know it's going to impact part of Florida. The Big Bend area is kind of where it's going to make landfall, and everybody's like, oh, it's really not a whole lot of, it's not inhabited, very well over there. Well, it is. There's still people that live in that area, but once it makes landfall, it's heading straight towards Tallahassee, which, on a regular day is 300,000 people just in that county alone. So I think we're properly prepared. This county listens to us. They stay off the roads. I think we do great things here. So in St. Johns County, we have plussed up law enforcement. Not that we really need to, because with technology-based policing, we can still watch the county per se. So again, we ask you to stay off the roads tonight when this thing hits, because we don't know what it's going to do until it actually makes landfall and we see it go by.
Do you see an influx of people out west coming here to kind of evac? And do we have enough resources to support that influx of people?
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're seeing, of course, is our hotels, our condos, our Airbnbs are getting full. That's pretty normal. But typical Floridians, we wait to the last minute going, where's it going to go? Where's it going to go? Because we watch those spaghetti models and everybody's kind of like, okay, we're in the cone somewhere. Do we go east? Do we go west? Do we go south? Where do we go? And I think we all know this from, was it Matthew, where it crisscrossed the state? We evacuated out of here. We closed our islands. We all went west. Next thing you know, the hurricane went up.
Just followed.
Remember, followed us and came back across. I don't think it was Matthew. I think it was Irma. But anyways, but with that being said, again, I think everybody waits to the last minute to make hotel reservations. So again, we ask people just to stay off the roads. Let's make it easy for these people.
This model is as tight as I've ever seen it.
And moving quick too.
But and we also have to remember, it's not just the center of the model that is going to impact people. This thing has massive bands, and these bands are already generating tornadoes. So just because we're not in the direct path does not mean we can't experience some very, very severe and very life-threatening weather.
Completely agree. Just a few weeks ago, of course, Hurricane Debbie, Tropical Storm Debbie actually came through here, and people were like, we only got 4 inches of water. Well, for you in certain parts of the county, that's not a whole lot, but other parts of the county, 4 inches of water of rain is a lot of water.
Oh, yeah.
And you put that with a high tide, a king tide, a full moon, lagoon downtown that already floods.
Yeah.
I mean, so we just ask people to, just stay in the house, of course, until the storm goes over tomorrow. We can pick up the pieces and see what the rest of the state of Florida looks like. And we ask you too, to, of course, pay attention to what the needs are of the rest of the state of Florida, because it's going to hit a very a poorer area, I should say, of the state of Florida over there, with those smaller counties that just don't have a lot of infrastructure. So again, we'll survive it, but there's another couple storms brewing out there near Africa. So hurricane season is not over with. I think you all know this. I don't remember back in the day going into November, and now it seems like for us, November's normal for us now.
Right, yeah.
It was like August, it's July, August, September, like, okay, right, you're on the edge of your seat, you're waiting for it. And now over the years, it was, okay, it's not July anymore, it's August, September. Now it's September, October, November. So again, this is the season's not over with, and of course we want to get these kids back in a normalcy too as well, get them back into school. But good decision by the county to close those schools and get these buses and kids off the streets for the next day. So it's good decisions. Yes, sir.
Speaking about getting off the road, can you remind us when bridges will close, if they do close in St. Johns County, for people who are making their last minute prep, getting their family together and things like that? Because once sustained wind hits a certain mile per hour, you guys are closing all the bridges, right?
Yeah, so I'm going to leave out the Bridge Alliance because it's a strange anomaly with the Bridge Alliance, because really the U.S. Coast Guard kind of has the say over that bridge with the Florida Department of Transportation. It's kind of a weird anomaly because it's a drawbridge. So it's a little bit more because that bridge can actually shift and expand and separate where the locking devices cannot be locked. So I'm kind of speaking not out of my expertise, just speaking from what's happened over the years. The Bridge Alliance kind of closes on its own, and you'll see Coast Guard, of course, just make it unsafe for the locking mechanisms, which coincides with the 206 bridge too as well. So I will tell you this as your sheriff, it's got to be sustained winds of, I believe it's 40 miles per hour on the top of my head.
30 above 39.
I think so we just use that common thing of 40 on there. So now with the actual devices that are on the bridge, we can actually see the measurements ourselves. Over the years, we learned when I was your police chief at the St. Augustine Beach, where we closed those bridges and closed the islands, if you remember, 2 years in a row. It's difficult to get them back open again. Well, we've gotten a lot smarter. Since I became your sheriff now, we have a Florida Department of Transportation representative here in the area. Usually we stick him in a hotel, he or she, and that way we can get the bridges open a lot quicker, once they can get a quick inspection of them. So like I said, as your sheriff, I'm not a knee-jerk reaction. Let's close the bridges. You look at the definition of sustained winds. It's very subjective, argumentative. I will tell you this, that we have operations to run for us, and we have a community to protect and serve where their livelihoods are on these islands and out of the barrier islands. So again, I'm very, usually the decision falls on me, but it's not individually me or just me by myself. It's a team decision by me, the Emergency Operations Center, the county, and of course, Florida Department of Transportation. So sustained winds, it's got to be sustained. And of course, now with the Charles Usina Bridge, of course, over the Intercoastal Waterway in Volano too as well. The old bridge back in the day, that was another dynamics with the drawbridge.
Sketchy bridge.
It was scary when there was no wind.
Seriously, you all remember this as growing up. That thing was sketchy. But anyway, so we honestly we take a 30,000 foot view at closing the bridges because it really hurts operations in St. Johns County for all of us, including first responders.
But I will tell you, as this is personal to me. When those winds get high, man, you don't want to be driving on those bridges. I mean, it is very, very dangerous to drive on those bridges.
I have to agree.
I'll never do it again.
And I think you remember too over the years, like, why aren't you putting deputy sheriffs on the bridge and stop people? Think of what you just said, by the way. So you want me to stick my deputy sheriffs on the bridge when you shouldn't be out driving at all? We're warning you to stay off the bridges.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Remember the years where the National Guard was stopping us?
Yeah, remember that? That was scary.
Yeah, and then we're thinking ourselves, wait, we're putting soldiers out there, even better. Put a soldier on a bridge where sustained winds. Back then it was 50, 55, 60 miles an hour sustained winds. We drove over there for a down power line that was a car that was stuck down near Tropical Way. And I drove over myself with my assistant chief at the time, which was Lee Ashlock. And we drove over that bridge in a Tahoe. And I'm telling you right now, not much scares me. It was rocking on there.
Man.
My Hummer slid across a lane.
Yeah.
When I saw you doing that, I was like, what? I waited until you got home and safe before I yelled it.
Everyone went into mom and dad mode on
I think that's the only time I really got on to Pete about it. It was like, that was dumb.
That was stupid.
I will tell you this, though. If we do close the bridges, I'm going to warn this county, if you're new to this area, you will not move around our county because we do not put up with and tolerate theft. These are people's livelihoods and life savings. We have been, by the grace of God, because of our proactive and aggressive policing, we will not tolerate this. We will stop you, pull you over, and hold you accountable for your actions. So just stay in your house, and that way we can take care of your belongings and your property.
Yeah. Good advice. Thank you very much, Sheriff.
Yes.
Hey, I want to talk about something that happened yesterday. A lot of parents were concerned. I started getting phone calls somewhere around 3:30.
Yep.
about a large police presence at St. Augustine High School. People didn't know what was going on.
Sure.
When I looked into it a little further, it seems like there was a big fight at the bus loop.
Sure.
And this seemed like it involved a lot of students. And the concerning thing to me was watching the videos that people that sent me, and we didn't put them out because obviously there's kids in these videos, right? But these young people who were fighting, zero respect for the adults. I mean, the adults were trying to break this up, and these kids were hitting the adults.
Yes.
The staff that worked at the school.
Yep.
What is you guys' response to this like? And you guys were alerted by this new system that you guys have where teachers can press on the cards, correct?
Yep, Syntegics, yep. Yeah. So, yesterday, this actually happened just before 3 o'clock, or right around 3 o'clock, because people were asking why was it so early, because remember, it's early release on Wednesdays. So everything gets out roughly an hour early. So instead of 4 o'clock release, it's 3 o'clock release. The bus loop there at the St. Augustine High School, of course, is right outside the doors of the main hallways of St. Augustine High. The fight kind of initiated right in the area of the bus loop and kind of the exit of the main hallway of the doors there. Syntegics was immediately alerted to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I'll remind you, this is our second year of Syntegics in full place. And this was the same system used in Georgia, which probably saved a lot of lives recently, the mass shooting up there in Georgia. Anyway, Syntegics was pushed by one of the staff members of the St. Augustine High School, and that Syntegics goes silently into the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office and Real-Time Intelligence Center. At that time, as soon as Syntegics is activated, it shows us exactly the GPS location of the employee that actually pushed this into Syntegics, silently, of course, and then it also tells where that employee is at and which employee pushed the button. Our Real-Time Intelligence Center immediately took over the cameras of the St. Augustine High School, and you can't stop this response, by the way. So as soon as Syntegics is pushed and our cameras are turned on, you see, I'm going to call them melees, but probably not the correct word, but a fray going on, basically. We know immediately that it's all hands on deck response level. So you kind of can't stop the response. So that includes our air unit, our drone unit, our motor unit was out there doing traffic control at other areas of the county, and then our deputy sheriffs that are actually assigned to the road. So I heard on the radio from a supervisor saying, hey, stop the response. We got enough here. I want to say there were upwards of 20 deputy sheriffs there within around a minute time frame, which is exactly what we want. Just to be clear here, there were no weapons that we know of at the time.
Right.
However, one of our deputy sheriffs who actually works out there, which is Pedro Ramos, he's done a great job at that school, and he's a very in-shape man who's been doing this a long, long time. But when you got a deputy sheriff who gets on the radio like that saying, St. John, send me backup immediately, they were already coming. I'm not sure he would know that Syntegics was pushed because he didn't have time to look at his cell phone and figure out why Syntegics. They're already working the bus loop. They're already out of their offices, per se, in certain areas of the school trying to prevent things like that. But I had a lot of parents reach out to me last night. First of all, they were pleased with the response of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. I'm not pleased with the response of the parents and the kids, the way they were acting yesterday. It was all females involved in this fight between each other. It was not, a little bit of clarification here, this was not the kids against the staff. This was the kids against each other, with the staff trying to intervene and the kids disrespecting the staff, including our deputy sheriffs. I'm not going to tolerate this garbage. I know most of these families involved in this, and we will have a face-to-face meeting. We have not reviewed the body-worn cameras of our deputy sheriffs, but all we do is watch the video from the school that was in our real-time. Lots of cell phone videos out there. And it got out of hand quickly. And as you see, our deputy sheriff on some of these videos was on the ground holding two females down, or another female is pulling the hair of one of the females. And then this is my thing too. You got staff in the school that can't put their hands on anybody. They've got their hands out like
you
this.
You see them very good about doing that.
They're getting pushed, and they got to sit there and take that.
That's
I'm
sad.
telling you, we're not going to tolerate this garbage in St. Johns County. It's not necessary. You want to fight and cause a fray, do it in your house. Don't do it in a school where other kids are trying to get their education, and these underpaid staff members and teachers are there trying to keep you from harming each other, and you disrespect them. It's uncalled for.
No ability to retaliate.
No ability. They could do nothing.
But I will tell you this,
and they were very good. From the videos that I saw, they didn't put their hands on anybody. They were just blocking doorways. They were getting in front of students. But they were taking they were taking hits from it.
Shots.
So what kind of consequences are we talking here? I know that you can only speak kind of, openly, but I mean, there's also been like the school shootings and things,
Sure.
or the reports of bomb threats and things like that are happening.
Yeah.
And I keep hearing the word consequences.
Right.
But these kids are under 18. That's going to get expunged and kind of no. Can you clarify that a little bit?
No, I'm shaking my head a little bit in disgust, Davey. Actually, last night I actually just tuned through my jail brief. One of the juveniles was actually transported to juvenile justice. So I got to kind of weed through what the charges are. But you had 8 total arrests. 7 were released to a parent later on in the evening or early morning this morning, and then 1 was actually transported down to the juvenile justice facility down in Volusia County, which is where you usually hold them. So she will go to first appearance this morning in front of a judge in Volusia County, and that judge can hold her up to 21 days based on the scoring system. So this is one of those things, where we got a lot to do. So we made an arrest yesterday, of course, based on the information we had, but now we can kind of sit down. It's still an active investigation. We got to go through some videos because I can probably guarantee you there's some additional charges coming out. And we understand that these school staff, they're such heroes, for goodness sakes. I mean, they put up with this garbage and they want to go back to school and go, listen, we get it. We understand you had to fight. You're pushing, you're shoving us, you're hitting and pushing us. But we're going to, as a sheriff's office, have to say, okay, you can say what you want to school staff, you're heroes, but we have to hold people accountable for their actions too as well. So our investigative team, our threat assessment deputies will actually look through the videos. There's a lot of videos to look through. The good things, they're out of school today. So we kind of get a little bit of a time frame today to kind of do some homework on this case. But there's some additional charges that will be forthcoming on this case. And the points add up, Davey, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Back in my day, you knew there was going to be a fight at the bike rack. There's going to be a fight at the bike rack, and that's
when no one's around.
And everybody went to the bike rack. And, the people that were involved. Okay, Johnny's going to be fighting Pete.
Yes.
We got this. And it was always Johnny against Pete. It was maybe one other would spare off. But was this? Can you say was this an attack, or was this one of those situations where they're like, oh, these two are going to face off, and it was
like premeditated attack or something?
So this was a kind of a neighborhood dispute per se, or a community dispute going on between a couple different groups of girls per se, and it was kind of coming to a head. Whether we knew it or not, probably not. Because there's beefs in school everywhere. It's not just St. Augustine High; it's every single school in America.
Of course.
And that being said, so again, some intel stuff really didn't alert us to that. Because some of the stuff goes on probably in the neighborhoods, we never know about it. So with that, again, we got a lot of homework to do, but just a little pissed off, I'll be honest with you, that it occurred on school property, and a little pissed off that, of course, disrespect to the staff at St. Augustine High School that work so hard to give these kids their education and have great rapport with these kids too as well. And I'll be honest with you, I just made a comment the other day to one of my deputy sheriffs. I was like, St. Augustine High is my lowest maintenance school, and then this stupid thing erupts up there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, with that being said,
this is how we lose great teachers too.
You're darn right you do. Who wants to teach in there for 30, 40 grand a year?
Yeah, when you feel like you're not respected by the people you're trying to give your best for.
Yes, sir.
This is how you lose great teachers.
And I think you all know this too as well. St. Augustine High is still the homegrown school, meaning that a lot of those teachers are local. Been here a long, long time. A lot of those families that go to that school are local. We grew up together. I coached them. So just a little bit of disappointment of how it went down. That's all. And I'm not saying we don't have fights everywhere else. I'm not saying that school's any worse anywhere else. I'm just a little upset of how it went down, the disrespect for these teachers that get paid peanuts, and then they're out there with their hands out and took it like champs. And we got to hold these kids accountable for their actions.
So what do you have to say? What's your comment on where some of these kids are doing showboating, like getting arrested is a part of their media presence, their public image. They want this action for the attention. What do you have to say to that?
The good thing is I have a great relationship with the juvenile justice secretary, Eric Hall. He's a phenomenal man. He gets it, he understands it through the educational piece of it, but also too, we've got to step up and do something different and
take their social media away.
I have to agree with you. I just told a mom this morning in Dunkin' Donuts, I was grabbing my cup of coffee, and she said, what am I going to do with my 14-year-old daughter? I said, does she have this? You need to take it away.
Get rid of it.
She goes, well, she gets on the TV and logs in TV. I said, you can shut that down through parental controls. Shut it down. Take the cable box with you. We've got to control these kids better. This is evil, and this is a pride thing, by the way. So this is their championship belt, meaning that they put out what they did on this, and the more likes you get. By the way, if you get a bunch of TikTok likes and these social media platform likes, you get a check in the mail. It's the most ridiculous thing we got to do. So there's some cleaning up we have to do at the legislative level, but we got to go back and we have to see how we're going to adjust this and fix this. And then you say, well, hold the parents accountable. Listen, I know a lot of these families, they're phenomenal families that are involved on the home front of this. You can't control the actions of the kids in school. If they're going to fight, they're going to fight. They just picked a bad place to do it. But I don't like the showboating thing too as well. So we got to come up with a better plan. And this is America-wide. This isn't just St. Johns County, Florida, because we probably have a third or maybe a tenth of what they have across America going on here that they have going other places. So it's a think tank, Davey, that we got to think together as parents and not just as cops. Everybody likes to say, let the cops handle it. No, it's not all about the cops handling it. because we don't have a juvenile jail here. We just lock them up, throw away the key, and then they come out worse than what they came in as.
Well, that's why you guys are working with the Bailey family, with the iGuardian program. I think it's important for parents to know that this is, we're going to talk about it with them next week, but it's a great program for people to learn the cadence of online. It's not just you sign on and ready, set, go.
Totally agree.
You've got to understand how to surf out there. Otherwise, you're going to get under with the current. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do with these social media platforms. We keep saying we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to hold them accountable. We're not holding them accountable. These kids, if they get rid of one social media platform, they make another one. And they're just making money off our children. And you're right, they do showboat, and this is kind of a trophy thing on there with these. I'm not saying these a particular fight, but it's the common that this is like a showboating championship thing kind of thing going on. So we got a lot of work to do. But we got to hold these kids accountable. I think we're going to meet with the families. I know these families very well, and I know these families well enough to know they're going to hold their kids accountable too as well. But you can't have a leash on them 24/7 per se.
Right.
So anyway.
Right. All right. Well, hey, we're going to get to some good news here in a second.
Gas prices.
That's well, it'll be after gas prices. The gas prices. Is not
He's talking about us pitting cars.
Yeah. Let us know where you are seeing the best gas prices around town in the comments. We would appreciate it. A1A Discount Beverage looks like they're still at the top of the list, around $2.79. We got the Shell at Ponce de Leon Boulevard, 2350 North Ponce, $2.93 as well. Same with 146 King Street, $2.93. I got to tell you, you got to add about 5 cents to all of these prices because they haven't been updated in about 24 hours. And I'm seeing a lot of them have gone up this morning.
A margin of error.
Yeah, there is a margin of error here on this one for sure. Just, you're looking to pay around $3 for gas this morning. Gas Buddy Gas Report comes to us from Chris Lucero, bail bonds. If you go to jail, had to spend time at the Hardwick Hotel, Chris Lucero will get you out. He's available 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services, making sure you and your loved one can get out of jail and back to your life as soon as possible. His number, 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got some live music happening today and tonight. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Zaza Flamenca, Ben 39, 1 o'clock. Tony Scazzaro at the La Cocina at the cellar upstairs, 1 o'clock. Josh Tennessee Worthy at Pierre's Pub at 1. Smoke and Joe Shower at the Backyard Island Cafe at Meehan's at 1. West Register at Ben 39 at 4. Caleb Joy, Marsh Creek Country Club at 4. And everything after that, I don't know if they're going to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to be doing that
I
tonight.
know if West Register is playing, he made a post. He is playing, so he does not care. Yes, he will be there.
After 5 o'clock might get sketchy.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to play to go out for live music tonight.
West will play.
Especially at an outdoor venue.
Yeah. But live music mic check comes to us from Griffin Service because they understand that choosing the right company when you need AC, plumbing, or electrical services is a big decision. And they help hundreds of local families just like you every week getting problems fixed so that you can get back to what really matters. AC, plumbing, electrical, Griffin makes it easy. Give them a call, 904-500-2653, or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. Also, our friends at Fidus Roofing, who support a lot of local charities that support local kids here in our area. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of St. Johns County, Inc., investing in kids and the Boy Scouts and many more. They're also always looking to grow their team and would encourage anybody to come and apply with them. Master Elite Contractors for St. Johns County. Fidus Roofing, 904-355-ROOF. All right.
They don't do pavers anymore?
I was like, oh, we were flowing. Okay, they do pavers.
And gutters. You're welcome.
Yeah.
We were just flowing and going, and I know we're behind, so go ahead.
You made the check out to Robert A.
Pete just kept rolling through it. So.
Cutbacks.
We've got the annual basketball game coming up. Deputies versus the Glory.
Yeah. So this is a great relationship we share, of course, with the St. Augustine Glory, which is a local pro team here in town, and they do it every year just to get that awareness out there, get our kids, of course, involved, and then also to show that relationship we share, that special relationship we share with our community here in St. Johns County. So deputy sheriffs, meaning employees of the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, versus the Glory, October 5th at the Flagler College Gymnasium. They've been so good to be a partner of us, of course, with Flagler College. So come on out. It's a great benefit. It's a great time, actually, too. It's quite entertaining. The St. Augustine Glory, those young men are talented basketball players.
Yeah, do you have anybody this year that can keep up with those guys?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, geez.
Really?
Can you recruit?
Yeah.
I know you have family members that have very good basketball players.
I know we
Can you
do.
recruit family members?
We're trying, for goodness sakes. We're trying, but
It's not working?
We're also trying to be honest and do the right thing.
I have some guys. I have some guys you can deputize.
Well, I called
There
that
you
kid
go.
from St. Augustine or from University of Florida, which he's 7'8", 7'9".
Oh, he's a giant.
Yeah, 305 pounds. He said he's busy, so he couldn't come over right
John
now.
Randolph still around? Can you guys deputize
know,
him
where
for a
is he?
day?
He's
Where
in
is-
Atlanta.
You know?
Where
He's
is
he in Atlanta?
My son's in Atlanta.
Oh,
That's my
okay.
other son.
Where's
Son.
Preston at?
Huh?
Where's Dwayne Preston at?
Well, he's here.
Well, I need him to call me. I want you to be a volunteer and get employed right away.
Yeah,
We got
that's what I
some
was
really.
saying. Well, you want to bring in Kareem? I mean, the whole Preston family.
True,
you
I
can do.
know. Well, I have his daughter here, Michaela. Where
That's
you
what
at,
I'm saying.
Michaela?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
She's undercover. But she can't come out there.
That family was a family I was directly thinking of.
Yeah. I wonder if
you
Michaela
were-
can play basketball. The whole family can play. Her dad can. Mark.
I can't
Oh,
imagine.
Mark's in town.
I can't imagine she can't play basketball.
I don't know
talented.
though.
Where's her brother
Sometimes
Trey? He can play. Well, I'm not thinking like that. I'm thinking about being fair, Troy.
No, you weren't.
think
about
about winning.
If there's some. I shouldn't even say it. If there's some inmates out there playing with shackles on, it's just coincidental. Let's not make it fair.
That's fine.
Because I don't want to say his name because he's a great young man, but there's an inmate in my jail right now that you guys know very, very well. He's a good kid. He can dribble. He can play some ball.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think that'd be fair. This isn't
Yeah.
the longest yard.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
Listen, he would run if I put him in front of his house going, "You're free." He's like, "No, I'm not, Sheriff. Put me back in." I'm not. Yeah, this is a trap. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
By the time one time.
What's that?
So my first year as sheriff, I'm doing a walk in the jail like I always do, and one of my staff members said we had just a serious. At the time we were putting in the brand new electrical system and the fiber optic system for our cameras and our door releases in there, and just a weird coincidence, one of our release doors outside for a fire was actually opened. These inmates, this is no joke, by the way, they'll tell you, these inmates went back to their cell, locked themselves down, and alerted our deputy sheriff saying that door just popped.
Oh,
We
wow.
weren't near it.
We were, that's what they said. It was the
Yeah, right.
craziest thing I've
That's
ever seen.
awesome though.
It's
Yeah, but you-
because
yeah,
they're
but
probably
when
like
you
shotgun Charles. Like,
When you got like 30 days, you're like, I'm back.
Right,
to
yeah.
These
Yeah.
were not the 30 days.
Okay.
Do they want to check out of that? They don't want to check out of the hotel. Apparently,
They do not want to get most time it's
That's
a
'cause you with dignity,
5-year
yeah.
mandatory if
Yeah.
you get caught escaping.
Gotcha.
And most of those people are like, I can either go serve 1 year in the stupid charge I
Right,
have, or I
yeah.
can go ahead and go. The door's open. Can I? The door's open. The door's open. They went back to their cell, shut the doors, locked themselves down. And these people in there for felonies.
yeah.
Yeah, that maybe got more time than that, but like they know the old charge, but they honestly think the old shotgun Charlie shots outside here are gonna be mow them down for goodness sake.
Yeah, God bless. Yeah, jeez.
They won't get very far.
No.
But anyways,
Right.
yeah. That's
Hey,
not-
speaking of the jail, the haunted jail coming back. You guys got a new theme this year.
alien invasion.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, so this year I walked through the other day because I walked through with some our African American community leaders wanted to see the inside, basically where Martin Luther King was actually housed back in 1964. So we walked them through, which is really nothing to see. But the new layout this year is going to be exciting and longer. So when you come through the front doors of the annex of our old jail, this year you're going to see a different layout. So don't think it's like the last 2 years. It's much longer. They have zigzagged that thing all the way through there. So alien invasion.
How scary is aliens for you guys?
It's gonna be. You know how serious they take this stuff.
I
They take
know.
it so seriously.
But I'm curious here now. Like aliens, that's a different topic.
Yeah,
than
I can
normal.
tell you, I don't know if you guys do this, but Rebecca and I do this. We're walking down the street and we look at someone and go, alien.
Oh my goodness! Don't blame this on Rebecca.
Hey, she drugged me down this
I
rabbit
love
hole.
that lady. Yeah, don't you leave her alone. She's an angel.
She knows she does it.
So 18th,
Alien.
19th, 25th, 26th, 6:30 to 10, but usually we go a little bit later too, or 10:30 we go a little bit later too as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So yeah, we sold a lot of tickets, but if you walk up, the weather's always been beautiful. And I got bad news. This is probably the last year for that venue. We are taking that building down this year. We've had permission from the county. I've met with the African American community leaders. There's really nothing in there to kind of save per se. Everything we took out of there is going to be memorialized, of course, in the new museum in there. But there's not a whole lot in there because he wasn't in there very long. Martin Luther King back in
Right.
1964.
Right.
Yeah, so this is
They
probably the last.
transported him to Jacksonville pretty.
He got out quick.
Yeah, pretty
yeah.
quick.
Actually, the reason why he stayed longer is because he was two of the people in there with him. He waited for them to get out too as well. But he didn't stand there very long. Yeah. So again, we have, based on the pictures and stuff, we memorialize everything we can on Martin Luther King. But anyways, so this will be the last year probably. It's going to be taken down, and that will be additional parking for the St. John's. It's got to come down. It's a very old building, built in the 1950s. So yeah, 18th, 19th, 25th, 26th, 6:30 to 10:30, right here at the St. Johns County Annex. Safest place in town.
Yeah, you got a busy day on the 26th, sir.
We are a little busy on the 26th.
You have Pickleball for Peace, in which you and Kendall have to make a comeback here, right?
We're good to go. We missed last week. we missed. There's no comeback, Davey. That was like week 2.
Okay.
Those cheating firefighters. Listen, we're supposed to be like an elderly group. My wife and I versus not some stud that's been practicing in Station 5.
Right.
Whitehead. Some stud up there who actually been to pickleball camp in South America. This was supposed to be some fair charity thing. Let's educate the people.
Right.
But Kendall and I have been to. We got a coach. I don't want to say Anna Zurich's name, but Anna came from Poland. She works for us at the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. We are fixing to smoke whoever wants to take us on.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I'm really talking trash. We're not that good.
No. This is for Betty Griffin House.
You didn't improve that much.
Kendall's a stud. She needs a new partner.
She can do everything.
Well, she's got a little more time to train.
You never say you. I didn't say anything about
You're very careful. I know you guys are. You guys are scared of Kendall like I am. But
That's right.
That girl can play. She can play ball. She's with the wrong partner. She needs to find somebody else.
She's amazing.
You're too good for me, Kendall. Go find somebody else.
No, she's great.
Don't worry, we all are.
I made her way out of my league, man. Holy goodness gracious. She'll figure it out one day. She'll actually get her eyes fixed and go, who the hell's that? The alien invasion's in my house. Didn't you used to be cuter? I was very cute when I was at St. Joseph Academy as a young man.
Sheriff, anything else coming up that needs to be on people's radar with you guys?
Just a lot going on, of course. I know you watch these videos that we put out. We're trying to educate the community, on these precision immobilization techniques that we use. That's the PIT. I know we refer to it as the pursuit intervention because it makes more sense. It's a little more rational. But, of course, the legal technical term is the precision immobilization technique. But this is not a game that my deputy sheriffs play. These are getting, serious felons and violent people out of our community. We're not going to tolerate this garbage in St. Johns County. You run from us, as you'll see, our deputy sheriffs have this PIT technique PIT maneuver down to a science. And the old days of chasing, we're not trying to chase you all over St. Johns County. It's too risky. We're trying to put you, immobilize you immediately if we can, which is our new kind of our philosophy. So our men and women have this down to a science. So I recommend if you do a traffic stop, look out your rearview mirror. If it looks like they have a very specialized bumper, like a NASCAR bumper in their car, don't run from that unit. So that's and I recommend don't run from the ones without it either, because I'll pitch in a heartbeat too, and I don't have that bumper in my car. So, but again, this is on a serious note. We don't want these people in our community. They're not from here. I think they're out of Connecticut or they're one out of upstate, the northern states somewhere. Don't come to St. Johns County because your journey will end here.
Yeah. And you say you'll jump in on it too. I mean, people might be thinking you're joking. I've heard stories about you jumping in on police chases and getting in on the pit maneuvers.
I can't help myself. I love our first of all, our community is important to me, as you all know. But also to my deputy sheriffs, they're special, a group of men and women, and I do anything I can to support them and back them up and support the mission, which is to keep these people, evil people, out of St. Johns County and let them know that we're not going to tolerate their garbage here.
Yeah. So. Well, Sheriff, thank you very much for taking some time with us today. I know it's a busy day for you guys, but we do appreciate your time, your insights, and your work here for St. Johns County. Thank you, sir.
We asked everybody to pay attention today because it's going to change throughout the day. This thing we have seen this at this table today. This thing will change right before it makes landfall. Next thing you know, it's a Cat 5 and it's destroying part of Florida. So again, pay attention, stay alert, stay home, honestly, and this thing passes over, because even sustained winds of 20, 30, 40 miles an hour, that's a lot of wind in St. Johns County with a lot of trees that are hanging on literally by the roots. So thank you for putting that good information out there. And if you need something, of course, call me. I appreciate everybody's support. And thank you for being so good to the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office. God bless.
Yes, sir. Thank you all. Take care.
Best sheriff in the whole world right
Sheriff
there.
Hardwick, everybody.
Yes.
Love you guys.
Always appreciate his insights, especially in situations like this.
100%.
All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments, man?
I will be threading my way thunderously through the comments today.
All right. As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt & Floyd, not your average local insurance company. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, and schedule your appointment today. Also, our friends at B&S Signs. Everybody in this room works with B&S Signs. They're absolutely amazing. They can do things that many other sign companies can't do.
They can't.
They are the best.
Mm-hmm.
They're a full-service sign shop, permitting, fabrication, installation, maintenance, and crane services. They do it all. BNSsigns.com. What you got, Troy?
All right. So first off, happy birthday to Kizzy. I understand it's Kizzy's birthday.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
And people are already out of hurricane snacks.
Me, yes.
Well, that's a problem.
My next chance.
That's a problem. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here? Where the sheriff's taking over the show here?
You gotta get
This
in
is
the
our
shot.
new, this is
Put
our
the
new
shot right
PIO
there.
person, Taylor Levesque. She is phenomenal, and she's going to help you get more listeners to the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office.
She's amazing.
What did you cut?
Clip that.
Please tell me that was in.
That was it. That just happened.
Very dry. Very dry.
Laneige.
So as soon as we leave here after that,
What the hell is going on?
you lost total control right then. I don't know. Actually, I think we all did. I'm going to get my Publix hurricane cake.
Okay.
I don't like hugs. You know how pissed I am right now?
I know. We'll hug it out afterwards.
No, we won't.
No.
That just ensured I have no human contact for a month.
Oh, that's only one? I would do 6.
But now they don't sell hurricane cakes. They
Right.
stopped selling hurricane cakes.
Because of the Hurricane Karens.
No, because of all the freaking Yankees down here getting...
Right.
Hurricane Karens.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
Gosh. All right. By the way, we have, for once and for all, figured out that hard is better than soft, according to our commenters.
Every woman in the comments could have told you that before you answer, before you posed any question.
Yeah. Gas Wawa was at $3.19, Costco at $2.87, and Buddy Boys was at $3.09. And this is the first time I feel like I've won in the gas lottery. Yesterday, I got gas at $2.88.
Damn.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
never
man.
get it at the low side. I'm always like, oh, $3.74, and everybody else is at $2.09.
You vote for me, you'll be getting it at $2 again.
Yes.
$2.
$187.
With a
That's what it
reboot.
was.
Yeah.
It's the best we've ever seen. All right. Stoidum stat.
All right. The Stoneham stat today in 1960. This is the day where the presidential election and television kind of came together. This is the day that Nixon and Kennedy did their big debate. So they did the big debate, and Nixon refused to wear makeup. And he looked, because the lights were so intense at that time.
I remember.
Yeah.
It's pretty bright in here, but like
He
they
looked
were
sickly.
almost 4 times what we have in
Our
here.
lights make you look better, though.
Yeah, and they did too if you wore makeup. And Nixon refused to wear makeup. He was sweating. He looked old, and Kennedy looked like a real leader. And it was the first time television played a huge factor in the presidential election.
Really?
And now it seems like we may not have debates. And give us 5-10 years, we may not have televised debates anymore, man. They seem to be phasing that out now, unfortunately.
I know, like,
I think next Tuesday's the VP debate.
Right.
That should be interesting.
But we used to have a few presidential debates,
I
and it seems like
remember.
we're getting them less and less every year.
I remember. Wonder
because
why.
the people are just less and less likable.
They're less and less likable. They
That
have
is
their
true.
networks that they like.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Which sways left or right
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
up or
exactly.
down. It's just
yeah.
Yeah, it used to be the news was supposed to be unbiased, and the debates were more fair.
yeah.
No, they're not.
You know, but you know this debate kind of set the precedence of the power of television.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. Good Stoneham stat. Brought to you by a great pizza place. Boom, St. Augie's Pizza. Go down there and get yourself a few slices while they're open today. And hey, guys, stay safe out there. We make a lot of jokes. We have a lot of fun, but hurricanes are never anything to mess with. Make sure you are as prepared as you possibly can be. If you're told to evacuate, it's probably a good idea to evacuate. And keep your friends up there in the Panhandle in your prayers. There are going to be parts of Florida after this storm comes through that are not going to look the same as they do today. So you guys take this very, very seriously. Plugs, Troy.
Yeah, we don't know if we're having a show yet because tomorrow.
Yeah.
If the building's unlocked, we're going to have a show. If the building.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
We're not having a show.
We're not having a show tomorrow.
We're not
morning?
going to have a show.
it's canceled. Okay. All right. Sorry, I missed the brief.
Shouldn't have hugged him.
This is
Shouldn't
why
have
you got to
touched
come
him.
in for
I didn't
show
hug
prep.
him. I didn't hug him.
No, it's just going to be too much.
No show.
I can almost guarantee our building will
It's
be
gonna
locked,
be locked down.
But also, we're going to be getting, no matter, we're going to be
It's
getting
gonna be
parts
some
of the
nasty
storm.
rains.
Yeah.
So yeah, no show tomorrow.
Yeah.
So-
If there's anything I need to update you on, I will have Storm Force 904
Yes, I love those shows.
out there. Yeah. It will not be the box truck. It will not be that.
Okay, it'll be the Batmobile
Big
instead.
square sail. Yeah. No. Might be the ambulance.
Oh, that could be cool-ish.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right.
It's a big sail too.
Yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
like,
well, it's a heavier sail.
heavy. It is heavier.
The van is a very light sail. The ambulance is a heavy sail. All right. You guys be safe out there. We love you. We want to see you back on Monday. Be safe through the storm.
All right. Bye-bye.